morning. Welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Friday, February 21st, 2014. It appears after 75 deaths at least and significant bloodshed in Kiev, Ukraine, that an agreement has been reached. European officials say that Ukrainian protesters have agreed to the deal with the Ukrainian president on diffusing the deadly situation. Germany's foreign ministry tweeted just about an hour ago that the protesters have decided that opposition leaders can sign the agreement that was proposed by Ukraine President Viktor Yanukovych yesterday, in which he announced early elections and promised to invite the opposition to join the government. If this is the case, then this is going to be a significant step forward. Standard & Poor's lowered the Ukraine's debt rating to CCC today, which is below junk. A Libyan military plane, which apparently was a medical plane, crashed about 30 miles outside of Tunis this morning, killing all 11 people on board. The plane was an Antonov 26, Russian-made plane. Following a series of freezing windstorms in the United States last month, Allstate, the largest publicly held personal lines insurer in the United States, estimated that natural catastrophe losses for the month of January alone had reached $277 million. Meanwhile, they also announced that their board had approved a 12% increase in their dividend from the previous quarter. So things are well in hand. Willis Re came in with some very good numbers. They delivered net income for all of 2013 of $4.4 billion US. They're going to propose a regular dividend of about 3.85 Swiss francs, as well as a special dividend of over 4 francs a share. Net income increased from 4.2 billion in 2012 to 4.4 billion, and they also saw their overall premium and fee income gross jump from about 25.5 billion to 28.8 billion. Yesterday there was a surprisingly strong earthquake in the west of Britain in the Bristol Channel. It was a 4.1. The earthquake was felt in cities such as Barnstable, Gloucester, Dartmoor, and Bristol. The latest earthquake would make it into the top 5 earthquakes in Britain in the last 13 years, so it was a little bit of a shaker. Meanwhile, an entire Iowa town was evacuated yesterday after a fire erupted at a storage facility containing dangerous chemicals used for crop dusting. This was the town of Northwood, Iowa. About 2,000 residents were moved out of the town for a period of about 6 hours until they were allowed back in after the flames were extinguished. Meanwhile, if you were in Phoenix yesterday, you know this. A massive blaze fueled by exploding propane and natural gas tanks enveloped most of the city with a black pall of smoke for most of the afternoon. The fire broke out at Beecher Sales, which was a plumbing supply company. Shortly before noon, investigators believe that welders working nearby at the site may have accidentally sparked the blaze, which quickly moved to 3 buildings and then exploded 4 tanks containing compressed natural gas and propane. Those are like bombs, and they went off. Nearby schools canceled outdoor activities, the interstates were closed, and for the whole afternoon the city was laboring under this very thick pall of black smoke. In Bermuda, it seems that the new chief executive officer of Willis Re is attracting some attention. It seems that the premier of Bermuda popped up at the cocktail party which Willis held to celebrate the new CEO's appointment. The premier, of course, is Craig Cannoneer, and the new CEO of Bermuda is Michael Hardin, along with the premier and 3 or 4 other government ministers. The event was held at Pier 6 on Front Street, right in downtown Hamilton, and of course all the top brass from Willis was there. Dominic Casserly, John Kavanagh, and Peter Hearn appeared as well from London. Well, we've been reporting on this smoldering Chevron gas well fire in Pennsylvania, in one of the so-called fracking areas. It occurred in rural Dunkard Township last week. It burned for about 5 days. It was so hot that it exploded a propane truck nearby, and for 2 days firefighters couldn't get near it. Well, Chevron has, through their community outreach department, sent $12 pizza coupons to homeowners in the area, along with this note: Chevron recognizes the effect that this fire has had on the community. We value being a responsible member of the community, and we will continue to strive to achieve incident-free operations. We're committed to taking action to safeguard our neighbors, and the pizza is a token of our appreciation for your patience during this time. Well, the gesture struck some as blatantly tone-deaf. One resident told CNN that he received the pizza certificate last weekend and has not heard from Chevron since. It's like a huge slap in the face. A pizza coupon, he said. I mean, come on. However, 61-year-old William Lewis, who is a retired coal miner and lives 3 miles from the site, did not receive a pizza coupon. But then he said, I suppose free pizza is always a good thing. Presumably, Chevron will ensure that Mr. Lewis receives his pizza coupon, as well as the coupon for the 2 liters of soda. Have a good weekend. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. We'll see you Monday.